Hello and welcome to Stargazing, the show that brings you up close and personal with your favourite stars of reggae and dancehall music. I am Shaun Cain. In today's edition of the show, we'll speak with a rising dancehall star from the Mountain View Avenue area of the Jamaican capital, Kingston. Vettron, Wagwanza.
Yeah, you know, I'm here, you know. Everything is good, and you know what I say? Give thanks.
Well, you know what? I quite like your No Complaining song. But I'm looking at what's going on now. There's COVID-19 that has brought a lot of sadness as well as a lot of disruption to the way we do things. Are you still not complaining?
Yeah, man, you know, we always not complain. You have to give thanks as little as it is, you know what I say? As small as it is, it's a blessing same way.
So I see you're just remaining true to the song. The song said no complaining. As long as you've got life, then you're not going to complain.
Yes, because with life, anything is possible, you know what I say?
Right, so as long as you're breathing, then that's quite good. Now, at this time, I can imagine there's a lot of a lack of hope because people are just thinking to themselves that, well, I've lost this parent or that parent, you know, I've been displaced because I can't live at this place anymore, and life is just so different. How can an artist like you give people hope now that, don't worry about that, let's just push on?
Well, message through my music, you know, and as long as the people tune in and support the movements, them can hear the message or we are delivered to the public, because that's what we're all about, you know, the message.
Now, since No Complaining, what have you recorded anything else?
Yes, a few more tracks after that. They're all on YouTube and Vettron Vivo.
So tell me a little bit about those songs.
Yeah, you can find them on Vettron Vivo. I have a single named Fling. You can find that on Vettron Vivo as well. It's one of the recent projects, you know. And I have many more that I record that hasn't been released as yet because of situations with the producers, you know what I say?
Well, as long as you're putting in the work, that's very good. You know, it's quite interesting to see that. But as an artist, how difficult is it to break into the music business, to really get recognition or buzz, as we say? What's been your experience?
Really difficult. You know, sometimes you have to wonder if I look or if you're not putting enough hard work, you know what I say? But by working and working, you must get somewhere, you must reap something out of it, you know what I say?
So for those that have broken through, they've got recognition or them boss, how do you think they have done that? What have they done differently to what you're doing? Why it's happened for them?
Well, in most cases, it's the money. Having enough money or someone there with money to be able to fund your promotional works. To get the message out there, get the song out there, you know, and get people to take on to you as the product, the artist.
Good. It's just for the visibility to be there, for people to be sensitized or to be made aware that Vettron is available, Vettron is there, this is the kind of music he's doing and everything. Yeah. I understand what you're saying. But I remember not too long ago, you were a guest on Full House Friday on Fame FM.
Yeah.
What was that experience like? Tell me about that.
Well, it was nice, you know, I said that was one of the moments where I was in a high spirit, you know, because getting things done, as small as they are, you know, it make you feel good and closer to what you want to achieve.
And in terms of what took place inside of Full House Friday, the comments that were given about No Complaining, what did you take away from that as constructive criticisms about your song that you think you could use or apply that to developing yourself at some point in the future? What did you take away from that experience?
Yeah, well, the feedbacks was good, you know, online and social media and both there at the radio station, you know what I say, and I really take what they said, you know, they didn't say anything really bad. They said the song is good and the potential is there, you know, they like the talent and they like the look as well. the appearance.
That's very good that you could take something positive away from that, would just lift your spirit and push you on to doing even more. You did hint at the cost of doing music or getting through the system, getting a breakthrough. But production, I would imagine, is quite expensive as well, because you have to pay for studio time, pay for a producer, and all those people to make your record really shine. How are you coping in that regard, getting production done?
Right now? Well, right now,
Yes.
right now it's kind of a bit slow because of the COVID. You know what I mean? So we are trying limit the gathering because we don't want anyone to get sick and it costs anyone life. So it's more important. But then again, you can book a session, just you and the engineer or whoever, and we're there and we make it happen. So recently I haven't been in the studio much, but I have great plans to even build one of my own as well, you know what I say, and get back to work with my fellow music co-workers.
That's a very good thing. I like the dream, and I always admire people that have a dream. There's something that you want, you set yourself a target, and you go for it. I remember watching a documentary once with Tupac. It was based on Tupac Shakur, the late rapper, American rapper, and he was saying that he set his target when he wanted to achieve something, and he would write them down on paper. He would stick them in the roof, and every night that he went to bed, he would lie there and look at them and say, I am getting closer and closer to you. He would talk to them, have a conversation with them. And he said that's what did it for him. So I can understand what you're saying when you're setting your targets. You want to build your studio. Very interesting there. In the studio and the whole production thing, you've got producers and people like those who are telling you how to record, when to come up with a voice, when to drop the voice and that. Who are some of the producers that you have worked with to get your materials out there?
Well, most times I record, it's just me and the engineer. So he will tell me when I'm not aware, when I'm not on the right key, or he'll do his thing and adjust it. But otherwise, I've worked with producers from Portmore, the production Lazy Boys Records. Van Clive is a part of it. It's a whole movement, Louis V music. Lazy HD Kyle and J Kimani. So those are some of the producers I've worked with, and get the projects the way they are.
Right. I know you've also done, and it's a very impressive it's a very impressive list of producers that you've mentioned there. These are people who are really doing great things in the business. But I know you've also got some strength from Eclipse. How would you describe that? What's your involvement with Eclipse? He's a very clever guy. He can hear music, he can feel things.
Well, Eclipse is more of a friend than a music co-worker then. Cause we link up now and then and sit and hold a chat and reason about the whole music thing, and and we even have spoken about doing a collaboration together. We haven't done that as yet, But Eclipse was one of the first person that was there. He has a home studio, so there was one of the first place I went when I started doing music professionally, So Eclipse was a friend I met on my journey, And so far he helped out with a few things as well. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that and give thanks for that and keep the friendship going.
I like that, because no man is an island really. We have to rely on other people to get strength, and we give strength as well so that we can push on through with our dreams.
Each one help one.
Let's look at your parents now.
Yeah, man.
Have they been exposed to your music? Have you said, Mom and Dad, have a listen here?
Yeah, well, growing up and doing the music when I wasn't even start recording as yet. My mother was one of the first person to say, here, take this money and go and get one of those songs recorded. They sound good and they love them, So she was a very good motivation coming up, taking music professionally, on the professional level, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, my dad, he will say one and two things too, and motivate me to go and do it and try get a bus, and you know what I say?
Have they listened to any of your finished pieces?
Yeah. Most of them. They have listened most of them.
And they quite like them?
Yeah. They always like ask, when you're going to record the next?
So tell me a little bit about your background now. Growing up in Mountain View, what was life like as a little boy? What did you get up to?
Yeah, well, you know, Mountain View is not really paradise, yeah. It's ghetto still, and you know me I say it's rough growing up and thing. But we always try to stay on the right path and so forth. And me are one of them where decide say me nah be a product of my environment, you know, and go out and say, alright, music I want to choose, and you know, me I do this with every might, you know, to be successful in it, and every effort I go be put into it in order to achieve what I want to achieve. You know what I say? So it's all about having ambition and becoming something good, something great. You know what I say?
Yeah, it's about following through. So as we were mentioning earlier about setting your targets, you set your targets and you must follow through. Regardless of what happens, you must stay on course.
Yeah, man.
Good. I like the sound of that. So to what extent do you think then an artist's value system influences their music? So what you consider in life to be right, to be proper, to be decent, and also what you consider to be wrong. To what extent do you think that array of beliefs kind of influences your way of doing music?
Well, you know, music is all about imagination. It's all about being able to be creative. It's a creative aspect of you know what I say, putting together something that's good and being able to have get people to like it and say, yeah, you sound good, and you know, you have talent and so forth.
Have you ever found yourself wrestling with a particular theme in a song because it seems to go against what you believe in? For example, somebody has written something for you or so, and you just think, I'm not really feeling that, you know, I don't believe in that. Has that ever been your experience?
Yeah, of course. I've write songs and, you know, stop halfway and like, no, this, me not like this. This not go work. You know, find something more. What I would describe it now. Worldwide. You know, not just for your surrounding.
Sometimes you might be thinking we need to do something a bit more positive, something a bit more uplifting, because this is just dragging people down. And you think it's going to do that?
Yeah, something more international, not just think small. You know what I say? Sometimes I feel like it's too small, so you need to get out of that and be more creative.
I agree with that, because if you look at the songs that really make it big internationally, it's songs that have got a more universal appeal because of the message. It probably is about love. It's about some deep life experiences and things like those. Right.
Yeah.
I also remember that you once said that Jamaica is too small for its talent pool. I don't know if you remember that statement. But what did you mean by that?
Yeah, in the paper. Well, there is a lot of talent in Jamaica, and sad to say, a lot of them won't reach to where they want to reach because of the whole politics in what's going on. You know, they only have like a handful, and they're working it only the handful, you know, lock the gate and the rest. You know what I'm saying? So overseas is more open arms. You know, there's a lot of artists, millions of artists overseas, you know. It's not like Jamaica where you just have Cartel, you have Movado, and a few female like Spice, and that's it. You know what I say? We want, if it can change, like be like overseas where they accommodate all kind of artists, you know what I say? They don't discriminate or put down or lock out anyone, you know. So closing the gate, making it very small. You know what I say? Not much opportunities there.
But do you think that our artists are fighting hard enough to get through the system? Do you think that they're doing the kind of lyrics that will get them known internationally?
Well, out here is not really about fight really. As long as you have the money, you can go through because you can pay everybody. You know what I mean? I say everybody want money. It's not about links or it's not about, you know what I mean? I say some benefit have to be there. No one is doing it for the love. No one is doing it for the love to say, boy, you sound bad and I love your song. There's a lot of bad artists and none is getting the recognition or the exposure that they should get.
So are you suggesting then that to be relevant and also to be current, you have to be able to buy that kind of status?
Yeah, it's mostly buy. Because even, for example, on iTunes and so forth, for artists to get like Grammy and, you know, for be number one on some of the social media platform where you can find music, themselves, like, you spend a 5,000 on your songs just for your song to reach number one, and in return you'll get back that money that you spend. So it's all a whole game, you know what I say? It's a game, because a lot of them don't have the real exposure, they just have the money, so they can buy out spots for their song to go number one or number two and top charts, you know. So it's mostly about the money.
How are we going to get round this then? What do you think? What's the way forward? How are we going to get past this kind of blockage in our way?
Yeah, putting yourself in a position to be able to fund your career or get someone to fund it, which is not easy. So it's best you yourself find ways and means to get more than one way, streams of income to be able to fund your music, fund your lifestyle. If you have a family, you can, because music don't put money on the table right away. You know what I mean? I say you have to put in a lot of work.
Well, what you're saying seems a bit contradictory to what a lot of people out there have been saying. I'm not saying they're wrong, they're right, you're right. But people are looking at the model that was used by somebody like Koffee, just the method that she used. She just went right through the system, bypassed everybody that was there waiting for their opportunity or their time to get through the gate. She just went right through all the way up to the top, grabbed the Grammy and came back down. So is that all money again?
Yeah, it's all about who is there. She has a team, she has support that's spending the money to get her to be where they want her to be. You know, because a lot of artists have tune that can go Grammy and it's like and stay underground. People love it, but it's not gonna reach on top because there's no one to support it or fund it. You know what I'm saying? Koffee have guidance, she has her mother, she has a team, you know, that put their interest and everything in the whole movement. So, and they believe in what they were doing too as well. So, you know what I'm saying?
I've been listening to a lot of your work, and as you know, one of our favorites is the No Complaining. Very positive song, very uplifting song. Where did that come from in terms of writing? Who wrote that song?
Well, I wrote the song. It was a time when, you know, never really a go on and thing, and I find out that I still go through, I still make it out. You know, so there's nothing really to complain about. It's the fact that you're stressing yourself over a matter that's resolvable, or in the long run it's gonna be resolved. So, you know, you're just killing off yourself faster. So that's where I got the whole motivation and inspiration to write that song.
I always find it interesting, the writing process, because I know it takes a lot of imagination or maybe other things, because I'm not a writer, so I'm probably just thinking that it's all about imagination. But then you talk now that it's about your experience, that one. Take me through a typical writing experience. You decide now you're going to write a song. Take me through the different stages. How do you move along?
Well, as most artists do, they come up with a chorus, you know, something catchy. It's like a recipe for it to come out good. You know what I'm saying? Like you're cooking and the cake, you want the cake come out good, you have to put the right things in it. So you have to spend time and so forth the formulate that chorus, and then the verses is all about lyrics, you know, and the pattern of how you formulate your lyrics. It has a lot to do with it, you know. The list goes on and on.
So sometimes you see that people have got a beat and then they write something to it, or you write something and then you try fit it around a beat. How does it really work? Which one of it is the way that people generally do it, or they do both ways?
Well, without the beat, it's all about your judgment by your experience in music. So it would have to be really an experienced artist to do something like that, to formulate a song without a beat, because you are fully experienced of and knowledgeable of how it's supposed to be constructed. So you can do it without a beat. You know, you can come up with a one drop beat in your head or beat it while you're formulating your lyrics. So, and then afterwards the producer or the engineer would sit and listen and be able to formulate a beat around that, those lyrics.
And connecting is also a big part of delivering lyrics. People must feel you, people must understand where you're coming from. How do you deliver emotions in your music? How do you do it? Do you try to get yourself into a zone, or you think about a bad experience you've had or a good one? How do you conjure up within you the emotions to deliver the song?
Well, it's all about the zone, as I said, you know. You have to be in an environment where you're comfortable enough to get in that zone, you know what I'm saying? And start reflect on some things that, you know, is connected to what you're writing about or meditating about to formulate. Well, that's about it for that.
Right, yeah. And even when we connected, you know, a few years ago, you did quite a bit of work for the book Reggae Larger Than Life. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you so much for that, the work that you did in helping to promote Reggae Larger Than Life. Good ambassador.
Yes.
It's Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. Tell me, who had a 1983 hit with Water Pumping? Which newcomer released the inspirational track No Complaining in 2017? Get more from Reggae Larger Than Life.
So did that surprise you?
Yes.
Because I can't remember if I told you that I was going to put it on.
No, yeah, it surprised me, you know. It was a good time, you know what I'm saying? One day I was even going on the road and I was in a taxi. And I heard it come on and I was like, yes, I'm excited to hear it, you know what I'm saying? So that's me on the radio, yeah. You know? And it was a good feeling to know that even though it's not really how you want it to be, as in, you know, money now run on them way there, how you want it. But hearing yourself out there, give you a good feeling. You're accomplishing something despite the fact that things is not how you want it to be, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm glad I was able to play a role in that part, Vettron. So thanks very much for that. Yeah. So what's next now with Vettron?
Well, a lot more projects to be done, a lot more planning with who I work with and people I want to work with, you know what I'm saying? So great, a lot more in the future to come. You know, hoping to make it out and be out there the right way.
Right, Vettron, thank you so much for spending time with us. But before you go, I always like to challenge my guests to see how much they know about reggae and dancehall music. And that's taken from this book, of which you're very much familiar. It's Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. That's my very own book here. So I've selected 2 questions for you, just to test your knowledge of reggae and dancehall music. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Okay, so the first one, it says, from the list below, identify the artist with which you would most likely associate the following tracks: Behind Curtain, Smile Jamaica, African Heritage, Here Comes Trouble, Wall Street, and Warrior. The options are A. Chronics, B. Kaleido, C. Conscience, D. Tommy Lee Sparta.
Yeah, man, Chronics.
Chronics, man. Alright, boss. Man, good. Man is good. So
yeah.
Well done on that one.
Yeah.
Right, so the last one to go now is this one. Guide me Wings to Fly, and Nobody Knows Where Do Angels Go all belong to the collection of recordings by which inspirational artist? The options are A. Jacquio, B. Ja Vinci, C. Luciano, D. Jam Mason.
Ja Vinci.
Ja Vinci is the man, sir. Vettron, you're too tough, man. You're too good. Well, thank you so much. The questions they were taken from my book here, Reggae Larger Than Life, the ultimate reggae music fun and games book. This book is currently available on Amazon. Also, if you are more of an app person, the Android version of the app is now out. It's available from the Google Play Store. Just type in Reggae Larger Than Life Fun app, and there you are, ready to have lots and lots of fun. So Vettron, thank you so much for spending some time with us today and kind of opening the doors to your life to the rest of the world.
Yeah man, blessings man. It was a great opportunity being on your program.
Yeah, all right. So thank you so much, Vettron, for being a part of the show, and thanks to everyone for watching. Remember to like, to subscribe, to share, leave us a comment, and also remember to push the bell so that when new versions of Stargazing with Shaun Cain become available, you'll be the very first person to know about this. Until next time, it's goodbye from us.
Nah, lower your standard. Nah, cheat, come and know you're no bad, yeah. You alone, boss me glad bag, yeah. You alone make me happy when me sad. Nah, lower your standard. Nah, cheat, come and know you're no bad, yeah.